I've got a box of 1,000 pre-decimal pennies here. That is very heavy. Right, they come from my preferred supplier as well. Right, let's try and cut a lid. That's what I like to do. So ooh, right, are they loose? I don't think they're loose. Usually loose. I think they're in a bag this time by the feel of it. Oh, no, they are loose. Let's have a look at that shiny one. As you probably saw, it's a Jersey coin, 1/12 of a shilling. Very nice coin. We find lots of these in these batches. 1966, 1066 to 1966. That commemorates 900 years since the Battle of Hastings. Okay, here's the boards. This is what we found in part one. If you haven't seen part one yet, it's a video before this. It's the last one I uploaded, or there's a link in the description below. Okay, let's move this box in here. Move the box in there. I'm going to cut this flap off. I think that's the easiest thing. Cut that out of the way. And then I can grab them from under there because I don't want to see these until you see them. I want to grab them out, and the first thing they see is the camera, okay? There was a couple of favourites that people had in the last video. It was this one here and this one. So we had our 4 doubles from Guernsey from 1902 with the H mint mark on there. H for Heaton. And there was this Sound Pigs halfpenny from Ireland. And what year was that? 1937. That's a lovely coin, isn't it? Lovely design. If you haven't watched part one yet, go and watch that first and you'll know what's going on. Right, let's grab a handful of these. A few more. I'll drop one there. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, let's have a look. See what we've got here. 1903. That's King Edward VII, Victoria's son. And we need to look at the 3 on this one. On this one, curls over at the top. It's very curly and very curly at the bottom. And this is known as a closed 3. What you're looking for is an open 3. Now, I've got a couple of those. I'll show you one. There we are, the open 3 at the top. Let me freeze that image. There you see it's very flat at the top, unlike the one underneath, which is curly, and it doesn't curl around so much at the bottom. And that is known as an open 3. And one like this, in this condition, you'd probably have to pay around £50 or £60 for one of these. So if you've got some 1903s, check for that open 3. But this one is just a common one, so probably get one of those for under £1. Okay, there's George V. That's Edward's son, 1936, that one. And there's George VI. George V's son, 1948. Another George VI, 1937. And there's a shiny one. That's got to be another Jersey. Yep, Bailiwick of Jersey, 1966. 1/12 of a shilling. That's 2 already. Very shiny. 1913 there. George V. 1910. So that's the last year of the reign of Edward VII. He died in 1910. 1914. See the ghosting of the king's head on this one. We can see the king's head through the coin. There he is, George V, known as ghosting. There's a 1921. What we got here, Victoria Veilhead, 1899. There's Edward again, 1908 this time. What we got here, 1935. 1917. Last one in the first handful, George VI, 1939. I think we've got a few for the board. I'll put those 2 Jersey ones down there. We've got a 1908. There's a 1899 Victoria. We've got a 1921. Obviously, any better condition ones I find, I'll upgrade them. 1914, there it is. What's this one? 1910, not very nice condition, but hope we get a better one than that. 1937. And the other one we found was 1948, wasn't it? Where is it? There we go. Everything I put down on these boards down here, I'm giving away. I'll let you know how you can get hold of them after this next handful. So stick around. See what else we can find. Let's have a few more. That'll do. Okay, there's Edward. Edward the 7th again. 1905 this time. And we've got an 1898, so that'll be Queen Victoria. Old Head or Vale Head. 1897, again that'll be Victoria. So now you need to look between the O and the N. Look for a dot, like a full stop. No, there's nothing there. Nothing between the O and the N. So that's just a common one. And you see the tide level is low. So that's also common for 1897. 1965, Queen Elizabeth II. George V, what we got here? 1936. There's an old one. 1892. So that will be Victoria. Young head. Call it the bun head if you like. I like to call it a young head for the bronze coins. Oh look, got an Irish one there. 1965. Irish coins were the same size as the UK ones, so got passed off as pennies. Went into vending machines. That's why so many of these are in circulation, or were in circulation. 1965. What was this one then? 1931. Have we got a 1931? Not sure. We'll have a look. I don't think we have yet. It's not too bad for 31. Alright, there's Edward again. Edward the 7th. Oh, another 1905. Oh, that's a 1965. That's better than the one I just found, so that can go down on the board. 1909. Now, we're looking for a dot on the 1909 as well. Just up there. By the N in one. No, can't see a dot there. I'll get one of mine and show you what you're looking for. There we are. There's one of my 1909 dot pennies. Just at the top of the N to the right, you'll see a little dot. A little full stop. These are becoming quite collectible now, these dot pennies, 1909. So if you've got one of these, even in this condition, I reckon you'd get around £50 for that if you was to sell it. I get loads of comments with people asking me where they can sell their coins. I don't know. I don't sell coins. I've never sold a coin in my life. But if I wanted to sell this one, what I would do, I would put it on eBay. Take really good clear pictures, especially of that dot. Put it on eBay at the price you want. Buy it now. So I'd put it on £50. Buy it now, and see what happens. But that's that's the only advice I can give you, because I don't sell coins. I give a lot away, like all this lot down here, but I don't sell them. Right, let's carry on. That's a common 1909 I just found, isn't it? Yep. Okay, let's carry on. There is George VI, George V, 1929. And then it's George V again. Oh, that is awful, isn't it? Right, that's the first one for the dirty mug. Okay, there's the dirty mug. I put all my dirty coins in there. I don't like cleaning coins. Some people do. So when it's full, I'll give it away. Not the mug, just the coins. Right, let's resume. There's George V again. 1916. Has it got a recessed ear? Is the ear of the king recessed into the coin? No, it isn't on that one. So that's a common one. All right, 1938. 1936 again. There's a 1935. 1917. And... oh, what's that? 1883. 1883. I don't think we've got one of those yet. Not very nice condition. Queen Victoria. Oh well, it's going on the board. Right, there's the 1883. We'll put that there. We've got a 1929, which is there. It's filling up quite quickly already. There's the Irish one, Irish penny, 1965. What we got? Oh yeah, 1905. There was two of those. I think that was the best one. There's a 1931. Not too bad, that one. Now we've got the 65. It's quite a shiny one. Can go there. There was the 1898, which can go there. There's the 1897, which is slightly better than that one. So we'll swap that. And the 1909, without the dot, I'm afraid. It goes there. Okay, as I said, everything I'm putting down on this board I'm giving away. And how can you get them? Well, I'll tell you, but before that, please hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and it always will be, and it really helps me out. Okay, right. I don't know how many videos there'll be in this. There's 1,000 in there, so there'll probably be 9 videos, could even be 10 videos. And at the end, when we've looked through them all, I will pick a video at random, and then I will pick a comment from that video using the YouTube random comment picker, and the person who made that comment will get everything down here. So please subscribe, please click that like button for me, and you become a member if you like. You can become a member of the channel to really help me out. That would really help me out. It's only 99p a month. You can pay a bit more than that. There is a $4.99 one as well. I would love it, but 99p is the minimum. Right, let's get some more. Stop your waffling, I can hear you saying, and get some more coins out there. Right, let's do it. Okay, what we got here then? 1901. So that is the last year of Victoria's life. She died in January 1901. We've got another George V, her grandson. 1927. There's a 1945. That's King George VI. You can get a 9 that's been double struck, but it has to be spotlessly clean, as you can't see it. So I have got lots of 1945s. I keep promising I'm going to clean all around the dates and show you, see if I've got any. I've got one, I'll show you that now. See, there's one I've found where the 9 has been double struck. It's really hard to see, and it has to be spotlessly clean. But whether this was one or not, you can't really tell. I don't know what they sell for. It's very hard to find any information on them because no one really knows how rare they are. If you clean the date, they might be more common than people think. Right, there's Victoria. That's a bit grubby, isn't it? 1900. Is that dirty enough for the dirty mug? Yeah. In it goes. There's another Victoria. Oh, just a little bit of damage there. 1900. All right, 1932. There's a 1912, and it's got an H mint mark. There it is. Sometimes I'd rather find them without a H mint mark. More were minted without the H mint mark, but people tended to hang on to the ones with the H mint mark. So they are easier to find now than the ones without a mint mark. Right, what we got? 1963. 1901 again there, Victoria. 1897, have we got a dot? No. What I'll do, I'll show you my dot penny. There it is, the 1897 dot penny. So let's have a close look at that dot. There it is, a clear dot, a full stop between the O and the N. Now if I was to sell this, which obviously I'm not going to, I reckon I would get about £80 for that. 80 quid, even in that condition. So again, worth looking out for that. Alright, okay, there's no dot on that one. 1929. Elizabeth. 62. Another Elizabeth, 65. And there's got to be another Jersey. Yep, another 1966 Jersey. Oh, look at that hole in it. Nasty hole. Victoria. Oh, 1892. Not bad. But I suppose the reason it hasn't done a lot of circulating compared with some of the 1892s is because somebody put a hole in it for some reason. To wear it as a pendant or something like that. 1892. Oh, Australia. Commonwealth of Australia, 1920. What a shame it's not a 1930. 1930 is the very rare Australian penny. If you've got a lot of these Australian pennies, have a look for a 1930. Can't see any dots or mint marks or anything on this one. Any Australians there? Help me out with that. Anything I should be looking for on the 1920? King George V. And there he is again without his crown. 1918, look for a mint mark there. H or KN to the left of the date, and there's nothing there. So that's just a common 1918. 1900, Victoria. 1963. A little bit of damage there, a little bit of grubbiness. Oh, that can go in the mug. There you go. Don't know how I'd want that, but there you go. Last one is a 1962. There's a 1945. We've got a 1900. I think I might have missed a 1900. We've got one there now anyway. 1932. What's this I've got in my hand here? Oh, they're 1912 with the H mint mark, which can go there. There's a 1963. We're bound to get better ones than these, but I'll put them there for now. Now, there's the 1892 with the hole in it. I'll put it down there with that one, and the winner can have both of those because that's in nice condition, but it has got a hole in it. We've got another jersey, 1/12 of a shilling. There's the Australian penny, 1920. I'm going to have to move this box over a bit. I think let's move that like that and put that at the top. Start another row. What's this one? Oh, that was the another 1900, so don't need that one. And this one was a horrible condition, 1962, but I'll put it down there for the time being. We're bound to find a better one. Shall we get some more? You know what you're doing right now, don't you? You're watching some old English bloke searching through a load of old pre-decimal pennies. But what would you rather be doing? Nothing, because this is the best thing there is to do. There is nothing better than this. It's absolutely brilliant. Right, 1899, Queen Victoria. There's another Victoria, Veilhead. Look at that, another 1899. There's George V, George VI, I'll get it right, George VI. 1948, we've got a better one than that. 1893, young head Victoria. As I said, call it a bun head if you like. I don't like that term, I call it young head. 1940, now has that got a single or a double line? Yeah, above the date you see the line, or the exerg line. It's a double line, slightly easier to find. Although it says slightly easier, I don't find many with a single line. 1904, Edward VII. Oh, there's a halfpenny. Halfpenny, 1932. Some American said, what is he saying? Is he saying hate me? Hate me? No, halfpenny. It's a nickname. It's a slang for halfpenny. Everybody used to say that. So if you've got 2 pennies, for instance, that would be tuppence halfpenny. Not 2.5 pence. No one ever said that. Tuppence halfpenny. Yep, it's a halfpenny. Halfpenny.
Halfpenny. Halfpenny.
1932. Anyway, quite a nice date to find in that condition. Right, 1899. Queen Victoria. 1944. There's another Victoria. Another 1897. Oh, come on, let's have a dot. Is that? Oh, no. Oh, no. It was a mirage. I thought there was one there for a minute. There's absolutely nothing there, is there? Nope. Wishful thinking. 1937. There's 1917. What we got here? 63. 1929. I thought that was something in the corner there, but no, it's just dirt. Okay, 1928. There's George VI. 37. Right, what we got here? Another 1940. Let's have a look at that line. And there it is. That is a single line. Oh, just so I don't find many. There's one. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Right. 1900. That's not bad, is it? George V. Oh, 1911. Oh, that's nice for a 1911. Lots of detail. Now, is it the hollow neck? Has the king got a hollow at the back of the neck? No. No, it's not the rare hollow neck one. But that is lovely condition for a 1911. A few dots there. But very nice. George V again, 1936. Oh, we got 1914. There's a 1918, but as you can see, no mint mark on it. 1920. Look for that really rare 1920 where there's a big gap between the A and the B, but you can see there the colon is almost touching the A and the B, so it's a very small gap. Very common, that one. Oh dear, what we got here? It's a Victoria. 1888, so it's a Jack the Ripper coin. Jack the Ripper penny. 1888, but it's terrible condition, isn't it? Is that going to scrape off? It's probably a metal detecting find or something like that. That's awful. I'll go in the dirty mug. Somebody can try and clean that if they want to. Oh, look at that. Australia, 1951. Not bad condition. I can't see any dots anywhere. If there was a dot after the word penny, that would be a Perth mint. So is this Melbourne? Wait a minute, what's this? Oh, it's a PL. It's a PL. It's London. PL is London mint, so that was made at the Tower Hill in London. Now, L probably London. What does the P stand for? Anybody help me out with that one? Don't know if I've ever found one of those before. Let's have a closer look at that. Yep, definitely PL. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. All right, one left in my hand here. It's a 1962. There's a 1944. Now this 1911, I need to check my Whitman albums for this. See if it's an upgrade for me. Got a little bit of damage on there, but not too bad. Let's have a look. This is my Great Britain Pennies Whitman folder, 1902 to 1929. Only coins I find in penny hunts go in here. So if we look at the 1911, yeah, it's not as good, is it? So we push it from the back, it should come out. There we go. And I'm going to swap it with that one. That is better. That's a nice little upgrade for me. But the one I've taken out is better than that one. So I'll swap that. There we go. There's the 1932 halfpenny. Keep your hand on your halfpenny. That can go there. There's the Australian 1951 London mint. Can go with the other Australian one. And the 1940, we managed to find a double line at the bottom and a single line. Nice. So they can go there. And that is our first bingo line. Let's do another handful. Let's go over there. Right, let's get that back there. Oops. Pick that one up. Okay, we've got 1966. Is that the first 66? It is. 1966. 1898, Queen Victoria. And there's another Victoria. 1901. It might be slightly better than the 1901 I've got down there. I've not even got a 1901 down there. I must have missed it. I've definitely come across 1901s. Oh, remember to put that down. There's a 1911. Is it the Gobi X, the hollow neck? No, it's not. It's a common one. There is a King Edward VII, 1906. We haven't got a 1906. It's quite worn, but it's a new date. 1921. 1887. Oh, it's just a scratch across the middle there. Not the best, is it? Okay, 1937. We got here 1938. There's Victoria. Come on, something different. No, 1894. Can't even read the words one penny on there. It's not as good. There's Edward. Another 1906. Are they scratch marks or pen marks? I think they must be scratch marks. Right, we got 1921. 64. There is King George V. What's this going to be? Australian? Yeah, Australian. 1927 this time. 1927. Can't see any Mint marks. No. Anybody got any info on the 27? Let me know in the comments. What's this one here? There's another 66. Now there's no 1967s in these batches. We've been through this lots of times in these hunts. My supplier doesn't know why that is. Theory is that these could have come from an old arcade that closed down before 67, but we don't really know. 1898. There's another 1897. Can we have a dot, please? Definitely not. We got 64. We haven't even got a 64 yet. I think I've got 2 in this handful. Alright, there is a 1920. I suppose I better check for that ultra rare one. Definitely not. Alright, 1914. A couple left. 1945. And the last one is a 1965. That might be a little bit better. No, the 65 down there is better, but we have got a 64 and a 66. Okay, there's the 1901. We got a 1906. That's the best one of the two, even though it's not great. And the 1927 Australia penny. You know, the other Australian ones. Well, there we are. That'll do it for this video. I quite enjoyed that. Not too bad at all. If I've missed anything, please let me know in the comments and I'll fish it out and put it on the board for the next video. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. And if you haven't seen part 1 yet, there it is up there. Click on that.